Welcome back to our Python class, and we were going over installing using Jupyter in your Visual Studio Code, but it's actually there is a way to get your feet wet with Jupyter without installing anything, as long as you have a sufficiently modern browser, which you probably have, right? Let's say Chrome or Firefox or Safari. You can try it using just your browser. So Jupyter, you try. Alright, I'll go to try, and we actually go to Jupyter Notebook, right? The classical one, the original one, right? In fact, the story is that Jupyter tries to be more like a Visual Studio Code, meaning add some extra things inside, but we won't go into Jupyter Lab today, so we'll go Jupyter Notebook, right? On retro, and notice this address again. So this, if you copy this address, right, this actually will be running without a server. Basically, it will run in your browser. Your Python will actually run through your web browser. It's kind of cool, but the only problem is it's going to be a little bit slower, of course, because there's no Python in your browser. It has to be converted to JavaScript actually, or assembly, WebAssembly, so it's actually not quite. So, but yeah, there's a cell, and we should be able to run it, right? So let's see, copy, and let's see if we can actually start it, right? Oh yeah, here it is, right? There's run, right? Okay, let's run it, right? Let's see, we are here, right? And let's see if we can run it. Run selected cells, Shift Enter or Alt Enter or Control Enter. I'll do Control Enter. Let's try it. Control Enter, and yeah, it runs. And let's see, each time it should be different, right? Yeah, because I'm doing randomness, right? So each time will be a different data point. Okay, let's do another cell. Let's do make new cell. I guess this one B, right? And this is a new cell. My name, right? My name, right, is Valdis, right? And again, Control Enter. It works, right? And I can escape B. I can do my name. It's pretty nice, right? Again, this is running in your browser. Pretty cool. But there's of course so my name, right? All right. Of course, first of all, I don't get any suggestions, right? It's really just for getting your feet wet. Right. Also, you are not guaranteed to have all the imports, right? This matplotlib is actually kind of lucky, well, not coincidence. It's set up for you, right, already. So, however, the cool again. So now, right, we can see some other things. We'll talk about database in a couple of days. We'll talk about some visualizations, of course, right? But now the main thing is this is gonna be, gone. If you close your browser, right, it'll go, my name is going to be gone, right? So now I want to preserve this. Let's say I see this notebook. Again, notebooks are meant for sharing, right? Usually they're in GitHub or anywhere, right? So I can actually do download, right? I can also export as a PY file, but I'll download it, right? Notebooks intro IPyNB. Let me see it here. It's in my folder somewhere, my downloads, right? And I am going to pull it here, right? I'm going to put it here, right? Here, right? Usually, again, it's here. Nice. Isn't it nice? Again, assuming I have it here, let's try running it in our as a Jupyter Notebook again. So this is actually usually, again, for now, this notebook has not been run, so there's no memory, nothing, right? Let's run it. So it's going to import these two packages, right? Plotter from matplotlib and numpy for numerical computation. I'm going to do some random numbers, in 3 dimensions, x, y scale, or I guess because you have a, 3-dimensional, matrix, more like it's called, would be more like called a tensor, but it's basically a 3-dimensional matrix. And also we actually separate, right, in 3 different arrays. And we have, that we know as lists, and we have a plot. And we're going to do some scatter plot of this. So again, so notice how you see the previous one, right? You see this output from previous time, right? But it's not active yet. So I'm going to run the code, right? Execute cell. And I should see connecting, right? Activating takes a while. First time it will be a while. Takes some seconds, right? And it works, right? I have my nice little, I have some nice visualization, right? And I can, of course, run it again. Inside Control Enter, I'll get a different one, right? It's random data, and it also runs on my machine. All right, so I will add this notebook, and I can, of course, okay, if I run my name here, it won't run. It's an error. Why? Because I did not run my cell, right? So I need to, of course, add this data. Now I'll run it, right? Well, I can check my variables, and I'll have a bunch of them, I think, right? Because Yeah, I have axis, right? I see scale. I have these arrays of data, 100 long, right? These are basically lists, but actually more efficient, right? And my name, I have a figure, right? I have some special object. These are objects, you know, figure class and axis support class. We have string and numerical arrays. We'll talk about these arrays maybe in a week or two, right? So no worry about that, right? But yeah, so what we saw is that everything works, right? And we see our variables we can do, right? Check our other features. So thank you, and we'll continue exploring Jupyter notebooks.